what I'm saying, to St. Croix. He would fly back and forth, helping my grandfathers on both sides build, stuff for the family. So once I got older, I was like, damn, this nigga's like really Superman. So it was like,
so basically what he's telling us is we can go over there on vacay, all us basement statements,
yeah.
right? And we can go party over there. We can go live in one of his hotels, bro.
Just let me know. One of the hotel in the K. It's a nice setup outside, but the rooms are shitty. It's just not. It's dated, but you can like my crib is where my grandparents stay is right on the top of the hill. You walk down. It's a nice little like 2-block walk, and you get down. It's like the whole dock and everything like that.
That's
and
lit,
they have a man-made island with a hotel on it. That's Hotel in the K. So they got a guy, you pay him $2 to get on the boat. But we just we get on that sky and just fucking swim.
You're good, bro. He said we swim, bro.
Yeah.
To the
it's not that
island.
far. Like it's not as far. But if you
I'm fat, it's far.
Nah, I could
the ocean carry you like half the way. So you mean you good? Like,
The ocean
get
gonna
on
carry
his
me
back,
more
nigga,
than
get on
that.
his back. He be alright. Be cool.
Fuck all that. There's
just kick
no
your
way
legs.
in
Just
hell.
kick your legs. Have
Right.
some shit.
So you basically told us like who influenced you and stuff to get in music. Now, as far as sound, other artists, legends, who was the people that you was like boop 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 boop.
Right. Who you take
JayRon.
that sauce from?
Boop,
to
boop,
make
boop.
you.
JayRon.
I said Chris Brown. Once I got to Chris Brown, it took me to Michael. Then Michael took me to James.
Oh shit.
And then James
You
took
want that
me.
back.
Yeah, like I had to go because I had to get up on my history. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
people were always telling me, like, if this is what you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
you got to do your research.
Student
So,
of the
Digging the
game.
crates.
yeah, so exactly, become a student of the game.
To this day,
So
right?
I had to, and always got to learn, and always got to keep like absorbing. So I had to go from James Brown. And I was like, all right, so who was James? And my thing was like, these guys were great. They had competition though. You know what I mean? So who were these? Who like gave these guys a run for their money? So then I would.
Prendergrass.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and then with Michael, I got to Prince, and then I got to, and then fast forward, we get to the '90s, like Boys to Men, then
112.
112, Jodeci, you know what I'm
All for
saying?
One.
Yeah, man, and then you got your solo guys. So then I got down to like Chris Brown and like Trey Songz came out. He was modern, so I sounded a lot like Chris Brown and Trey Songz as I started, but then
I don't blame you, bro. Them motherfuckers
bro, they
suck.
were like the hottest thing, bro. If you could, bro, can't help but wait,
Yeah.
bro. If you could sing that to a girl
I
back
can't
in the day,
stop missing.
right? Ooh,
that
that was my shit, dog. Yo,
Alright.
I see you.
Yeah,
Bro, that was that shit, bro. I used to sing that shit to every girl, dog. I seen they got the girls, dog, and I was just like,
Alright.
this is what I'm gonna do. I was like, yo, this is how I'm gonna get in,
Yeah.
because I was a weird. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't had no friends. You know what I'm saying? So like, how am I gonna talk to a female? You know what I
How
mean?
old were
Like,
you at that time when you was like, I'm gonna do this?
I was probably, I would say like 12, 13.
Wow,
13
you knew
years
that
old.
early.
Yeah. I was just because, and it's crazy. This guy, his name is Mr. Carl. May he rest in peace. He passed away. He was one of my mentors. He was the youth choir director, and his son was a good singer too. And this guy, I'm telling you, like this guy sounded just like Donnie McClurkin, like when he sang, like his dad. And
That's crazy.
And he was just inspiring to all of us, and he was the young dad too, so he was like kind of hip, so he was easy to talk to. And he told me, he was like, you're like really good at this, like, because I used to get discouraged because I'm like, I don't really sing for real, like I play sports, that was my thing. So he like, his son was really good though, and I was just like, man, your son is like crazy. He was like, listen, he was like, he's good, but he was like, you could be like big, like he was, I'm saying, like, you could make this a profession, like he, you know what I'm saying, like, you keep going. And once I listened, I was like, maybe I can do this. And I started singing like in school to like all the girls and stuff, and they was just loving it. Like I was just like, wow, it's crazy.
Self-taught?
I didn't have teachers in the beginning. No.
What was your first like studio session like?
No, but
Go ahead.
real quick. In the beginning, you say you didn't have no.
No, I ain't have any teachers. What I had was my dad. This is what happened, right?
The ruler, right?
I'll be humming and shit, right? But like as a kid, you don't give a fuck, right? You just be humming, right? And my dad would be like, "Yo, listen, if you gonna hum, like hum on key." You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, what?
Like fuck the bullshit. Hum on key. Like it was like if you gonna hum or whistle, that was his pet peeve. Like if you gonna whistle, like whistle that motherfucking key, or like he would snap. Like he would really like yo, like he would get you. He would really sit there and like make sure you on key. So
sucks.
That kind of helped me. Like I developed this like annoying like thing when I record people. Like you have to be on key, and if you're not, like I will record you a million times until you get it. And if you get mad at me, it's just like I don't care. Like it's off. You know what I mean?
Shit,
like
right.
auto tune isn't gonna save you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna save you. And we and my dad, we didn't have back. You didn't have no auto tune, so there was no way. He wasn't gonna tell me like, okay, it's cool. Like when you record your songs, like you're gonna be good. So he was like, nah, you
gotta know that shit.
Hell yeah. So that's why I say he was kind of like Joe Jackson in that way. Like he took on the youth choir and youth band.
Oh man.
So I then began to play all these different instruments so I can teach other kids to hop on, because there was no people. It wasn't like the cool thing to do. So
what's crazy is like growing up in a musical household, because that's essentially what it was.
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
everybody
sure.
did something related to music. That it has to be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Everything came from my dad. Really, like even my older cousin, he played the trumpet a lot. Like, and he played the trumpet because my dad played the trumpet. Like I got into keys because my dad played the keys, but I was always the one that was just like, I want to do my own thing. So I tried to pick up the guitar, and I ended up picking up all these different instruments and different things, and developed a skill in every area. So that's how I got to like production, like music production, and like creating the vibe.